Hello everyone, it's Cleofe again, and for today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to crochet this very simple top for spring or summer. This breezy top is very easy to crochet. The pattern has only 3 pattern repeats, and just crochet 2 rectangular panels of exactly the same pattern, attach them at the center, and it's done! And this is the side view of the piece. If you can see, there's a split at the bottom, right here. And the back is longer than the front. And this is the back view of the piece. So the bust size is about 38 inches. So this fits medium size. Now, let's get started. For the materials, I use 1 skein of this Wellness Baby yarn by Loops and Threads. 1 skein is about 820 yards. This is fine yarn, size 2, cool yarn, good for spring or summer, and this is in turquoise color. I also use size H 5mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors, blunt needle, markers, and tape measure. Now let's start with a knot and chain 192. And this is now 192 chains. Then begin with a foundation row, single crochet in second chain from hook. So 1, 2, single crochet in this chain, single crochet in the next chain, and in each chain across. So repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back when I'm done with my foundation row. So I'm done with my foundation row. Let's proceed with row 1. From here, we're going to chain 1, turn, single crochet in the first stitch right here. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip the next stitch, skip this one, and single crochet in the next stitch right here. Then repeat the pattern, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip the next stitch, this one, and single crochet in the next stitch. Repeat, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip the next stitch, this one, and single crochet in the next. And this is what it looks like. Repeat, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip the next stitch and single crochet in the next. Repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. So I'm here now towards the end of the row. I'm just going to continue with the pattern. So chain 5 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip the next stitch and single crochet in the next. One more repeat, chain 5, skip the next stitch, and to end this row, just single crochet on the last stitch right here. So this is how to end row 1, and this is what row 1 looks like. So this could get twisted, but don't worry, in row 2 and row 3, this will straighten out. Row 2, from here we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, turn, and then in the next chain 5 space at the center chain, so look for the center chain of the chain 5 space and single crochet on that center chain. So it would be 1, 2 right here on the third chain. So single crochet in this chain, then chain 1, then repeat the pattern, single crochet in the center stitch of the next chain 5 space. So right here. single crochet in this chain. Again, chain 1 and single crochet in the center stitch of the next chain 5 space. Chain 1 and single crochet in the center stitch of the next chain 5 space. This is what it looks like. Again, chain 1 and single crochet in the center stitch of the next chain 5 space. So repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. So I'm here now towards the end of the row. I'm just going to continue with the pattern. So chain 1 and then single crochet in the center stitch of the last chain 5 space here. So in this center stitch. Then to end this row, chain 1 more time and double crochet on the last stitch right here, on this stitch here. So this is how to end row 2, and this is what row 2 looks like. Row 3, from here we're going to chain 1, turn, single crochet in the first stitch right here. Then we're going to skip the next chain 1 space, this one, skip this one, and single crochet in the next stitch right here. In the next single crochet right here, single crochet in this stitch. Then single crochet in the next chain 1 space right here. Single crochet in the next single crochet in the next stitch. And just repeat the pattern, single crochet in the next chain 1 space and single crochet in the next stitch right here. Single crochet in the next chain 1 space right here and single crochet in the next stitch right here. And this is what it looks like. Repeat, single crochet in the next chain 1 space and single crochet in the next stitch. So repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. So I'm here now towards the end of the row. I'm just going to continue with the pattern. So single crochet in the next chain 1 space, single crochet in the next stitch. Now to end this row, single crochet on top of the turning chain 3 right here. So this is how to end row 3, and this is what row 3 looks like. Rows 4 to 30, just repeat rows 1, 2, and 3 consecutively. So I'm going to continue my work. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back when I'm done with row 30 to show you the next step. And if you want to make the piece larger, just continue with additional rows until you meet your desired measurement. And this is now what my piece looks like after row 30. So with starting chain of 192 chains, this measures about 48 inches and 30 rows is about 9.5 inches. So this would be our panel 1, and set this aside and make another panel of exactly the same pattern. We need 2 panels for this project. So I have now my 2 panels of exactly the same pattern. I laid it with right side facing up, and the row 1 is at the center. So each panel, row 1 of each panel is next to each other like this. So if you see the right side panel right here, the last stitch would be on the top right corner, and on the left panel, the last stitch would be on the left bottom corner right here. So this is how I laid my piece. Next, I'm going to fold the panels at 22-inch mark. So measure from the top about 22 inches right here. From top right here, 22 inches, and then fold it at the 22-inch mark like this. And it would look like this. You have the option to fold it just straight halfway, but for mine, I want a longer back, so that's why I folded it at 22-inch mark. So move the two panels closer like this, and then open the top portion like this. And on the front side, measure about 8 inches and put a marker. So on the 8-inch mark, put a marker on both sides like this. And then from the marker down, we're going to sew the two edges together. So from the marker here, all the way down, sew the edges together using whip stitch. Then on the back right here, from the folded side, measure about 3 inches and put a marker right here, 3-inch from the folded side. Put a marker, and then from the marker, we're going to sew the edges together right here. From here, sew the edges together all the way down using whip stitch. This will be our back side and front side. And this is now what the piece looks like after the centers edges are sewn together. Next, we're going to work on the sides. So from the folded on the top, measure about 7 inches right here and put a marker again. And the 7-inch will be our armhole. And do the same thing on the other side. Measure from the folded side from the top, measure about 7 inches and put a marker. And then from the marker, sew the edges together down here. And this do the same thing on the other side. From the marker, sew the edges together using whip stitch. And this is now what the piece looks like after the sides are sewn together. So this is the center, and this is what the side looks like. So I didn't sew it all the way to get that slit as an additional style. This is the armhole right here, and the same step on the other side. There's a slit also at the bottom, and then the armhole. So weave the ends, clean up the tails, and flip it right side out, and we're done. And this is now what the piece looks like, all cleaned up and all done. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you like this video, and please subscribe.